Hey everyone, it's Josh here. Today, we're going to be looking at our top 3 favorite grinders for espresso. First up on our list is the Rancilio Rocky, and it's our general pick for entry-level espresso. It's got a really simple single-stepped adjustment. It has Rancilio's commercial build quality, and it's been on the market since the 90s, so parts are easily available, and people are really familiar with it. It has a 50 millimeter flat steel burr and is available in a doser or doserless version. A couple of things that we really like about it are just its general simplicity. You're not going to get overwhelmed by options using the Rocky. It's also really, really affordably priced compared to our other grinders that we picked today. The couple of things that we don't like about it are you kind of need an extra set of hands to adjust it for espresso, because you need one to hold the portafilter, one to turn on the machine, one to hold down the adjustment dial, and one to turn the hopper, because it has to be on when you go finer. Other than that though, the Rocky's a great pick for someone trying to get into espresso for the first time. Up next on our list of espresso grinders is the Baratza Vario. And the Vario made our list for an intermediate espresso user who's really looking to dial in their grinds to different roasts, but isn't quite ready to step up to a infinite settings grinder. To that, the Vario has 10 macro settings and 23 micro settings, so you get over 200 individual and repeatable settings for espresso or pour over. In fact, this is definitely our pick for someone who does espresso alongside other brew methods. We use the Vario in our Bellevue store to sample coffees for pour over. It has a 54 millimeter ceramic flat burr, and ceramic is nice because it transfers less heat, but it is a little less hardy than steel, so that's both a pro and a con there. It also comes with a slide-out portafilter holder, so if you're not using it for espresso, you can pull that out and pop in a grinds container, which you can then scoop from for your pour-over or anything like that. Really, it's a great choice if you want to play with your grind setting or if you like to sample different beans often. The only thing that we kind of don't like about it is that over time, the macro and micro adjustment dials get a little loose and can drift if you're grinding for large amounts of espresso at a time. And that's the Baratza Vario. Finally on our list is the Rocket Fausto espresso grinder. And as you can see here, the Fausto looks quite a bit different from our other 2 picks, and it's really built to a higher set of specifications. It's got a gigantic 65 millimeter flat steel burr, and it is now stepless instead of stepped like our other 2 grinders, which gives you effectively infinite amounts of control over your espresso grind. It also features single and double shot time-based dosing, and it has a digital display, which is really nice for telling you what's happening with your grinder. And it's really designed for people who have machines that could use all the features that it gives. If you're pulling a shot on a more entry-level machine like a Breville Duo Temp or a Capresso EC Pro, you're really not going to be getting everything that you can out of a grinder of this caliber. However, if you have a nicer espresso machine, or if you're looking at moving into a high-end espresso machine, like in our previous video, this will give you the perfect amount of control without getting too complex to really bring out the best in your shots. That said, there are a couple of cons to a grinder of this size and quality. It's a little bit big, so if you have size restrictions in your house, good luck with that. And it is a bit of a pain to clean. So what's nice is the hopper comes off and has a little shut-off door, which none of the other 2 do. But to get down into the burr set to actually clean it, you need to remove a bunch of screws up here before you can get to the inside. That said, if you're looking for a high-end grinder, it doesn't really get much nicer than this. So I know you guys were going to ask. The Sette 270 did not make our top 3 espresso grinder list, not because it wasn't good enough. Far from it. In fact, I love this grinder. It didn't make it because it's still not available to the public, and these other 3 are all time tested, and we got a lot of feedback from viewers like you. That said, once it's available, we're pretty sure that it'll make it right up to the top of the list alongside these 3. Keep a lookout for the Sette 270W. It should be available soon. So that wraps up our top 3 favorite espresso grinders. For people just getting into espresso, the Rancilio Rocky is by far the classic. For those of you looking for a little bit more control, who like to brew with different methods, the Baratza Vario. And for those of you looking for the best of high-end espresso grinders, the Rocket Fausto. So that's it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about my picks, and I'll see you all next week.